Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today we are going to discuss something about simple sentences, compound sentences, and complex sentences. This would be merely an introduction, and after that, we will move towards transformation of sentences. In my previous lecture, I had explained class and types of clauses, what's a dependent clause and what are independent clauses. And I had discussed in detail that dependent clauses have three types. It can be either an adverb clause or an adjective clause or a noun clause. So you may please again watch those lectures and try to understand subordinate clause or dependent clause very clearly, because unless and until you are not able to identify a dependent clause in a sentence, you may not be able to do justice with this part, that is how to differentiate between compound and complex sentences, because the difference is only difference depends only on these types of clauses, dependent or independent clause. So let's have a more discussion about it. So how these sentences vary on the basis of their structure. So first of all, simple sentence, the definition is it has one subject and one predicate. In a simple sentence, it has one subject and one predicate. That's always the construction of a sentence. It should have a subject and predicate. But in simple sentence, there is only one subject and one predicate. This is the definition. Or it's a sentence which has only one finite verb. We have discussed what's a finite verb and what is non-finite verb. So the example is he writes a letter. He is the subject, writes is the verb, finite verb, and a letter is the object. So this is the sentence with one finite verb, that is writes, or this is the sentence with one subject, that is he, and one predicate, that's writes a letter. So such a sentence is called simple sentence. Then we have compound sentence. Sentence made up of two or more main clauses. Two or more main clauses. What is the main clause? What is an independent clause? We have discussed it, that a main clause should have a subject and a verb, subject and a verb, and it should give complete sentence. So if a sentence is made up of two or more, one or more clauses, and they are all main clauses, so each has an independent meaning. Main clause means that it must have independent meaning joined together by coordinating conjunction. This coordinating conjunction is very important. I'm going to tell you in detail what are these coordinating conjunctions, because these are very helpful. These help us to coordinate or connect to independent clauses. For example, he wrote a letter and I read it. He wrote a letter. This is a clause and this is a main clause because it has a subject and predicate, and it gives complete meaning. He wrote a letter. So then I read it. I read it. Subject and predicate. So both these sentences can stand independently, and they are quite independent, and this and connects these two. So this and connects these two clauses which are of the equal rank. So it coordinates them. We call this and as coordinating conjunction. So a coordinating conjunction can be simply defined that it's a conjunction which connects or joins two clauses which are of the equal rank or which are independent, which can stand independent. So he wrote a letter and I read it, and is the coordinating conjunction. Now complex sentence. Complex sentence is made up of one main clause. It should have one main clause and one or more dependent clauses. So it's a combination of main clause and dependent clause, or independent clause and dependent clause, joined together by a subordinating conjunction. So in the above compound sentence, I said it is more than one main clauses, more than two or more main clauses. It can be two or more main clauses. Sometimes there can, if there are two main clauses, then there is a third one, that is a subordinate clause. That subordinate clause, we can also call that a compound sentence. But here in this complex sentence, I said one must be a main clause and one or more dependent clauses, but one main clause is important, joined by a subordinating conjunction. So this main clause and subordinate clause are joined by subordinating conjunction. These two types of conjunctions, coordinating conjunction, subordinating conjunction, we must have some idea about it. Then we have an example. They rested when evening came. They rested, subject and verb. This subject and verb. So this is gives a complete sense. We say this is an independent clause. When evening came, Evening is the subject, came is the verb. It has subject and verb, but it does not give complete. When evening came, jab sham aayi. So it has incomplete sense. We say it is dependent clause. It is dependent on independent clause. So we call it a complex sentence, as it has been joined together, connected by a subordinating conjunction, that is when. So this is the difference, that simple sentence has only one subject and one predicate. Compound sentence is this is a combination of two or more man clauses joined together by coordinating conjunction. Complex sentence must have one man clause and one or more subordinating clauses joined together. Man clause and subordinate clause should be joined together by a subordinating conjunction. So what are these coordinating conjunctions and subordinating conjunctions? Let us try to understand. Coordinating conjunctions: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so, also, either, or, neither, nor. So simply we can have an acronym for it. Fanboys. F stands for, A, and, N, nor, B, but, O, or, Y, yet, as so. And in addition to that, there is also either, or, neither, nor. These are coordinating conjunctions. So keep these coordinating conjunctions in mind. If these coordinating conjunctions are used, so you can understand that that is a compound sentence. Then there are subordinating conjunctions: after, because, if, that, though, although, till, before, unless, as, when, where, while. So these are subordinating conjunctions. These help us to determine complex sentences. Then we have this exercise. You may please try to identify the types of sentences, and I have already told you that your main focus must be upon clauses, dependent and independent clauses. That can help you to understand which sentence belongs to what type. So see the first one: the horse galloped. The horse, subject, galloped, verb. So subject and verb, it's a clause. The rider was thrown. The rider, subject, thrown, was thrown, is the verb, subject, was. So both are clauses and they are joined together by and. The horse galloped, complete sense. The rider was thrown, complete sentence. So both these clauses are of the equal rank and they are joined together by and. So and is a coordinating conjunction. What type of sentence it is? So it's a compound sentence. The next is the village. The village is very large. So this is like this: the village is very large in which I live. So this in which I live, it qualifies the village. Otherwise, the village is very large is a complete sentence. The village is very large. So it's a complete clause. It gives complete meaning. In which I live, this is dependent on the first part, in which I live. So it's an dependent clause. So one independent clause and one independent clause and joined by in which or which. So this is a complex sentence. One man clause and one dependent clause. It's a complex sentence. Then the third one is I called him, but he gave me no answer. I called him. So it's a complete clause. He gave me no answer. It's a complete clause with full sense, joined by this coordinating conjunction but. So it's a compound sentence. Similarly, we have she must weep, she will die. It's joined by coordinating conjunction or. So it's a compound sentence. They serve God well, who serve his creatures. So this they serve God well is a complete clause. It gives complete sense. Who serves his creatures? This is dependent on the first part. So it's a complex sentence. His courage won him honor. His courage is the subject, won him honor is the predicate. One subject and one predicate. This is a simple sentence. Her silence is the subject, proves her guilt is the predicate. So this is a simple one subject and one predicate is a simple sentence. So based on these things, we can easily understand which sentence belongs to what category. We must be knowing well what's this coordinating conjunction and subordinating conjunction. Our next discussion would be about transformation of sentences. I hope that this would become easy for you now, because we have discussed in detail all the required things that are necessary for this topic. So I will be discussing the next topic inshallah ta'ala in the coming lecture. Thank you this time. That's all for today.